and sisters here. I hope everybody is comfortably seated listening to our session today. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Suliana, and my background, basically, my parents were teachers, and my father started the first private school in Malaysia way back, and he had it for about more than 30 years. And then he also made sure that his children were also well educated. So I spent my lower secondary and even my A-levels and my university years in the United Kingdom. And then I came back and even joined a British multinational company. And so of course I was also doing well in MNC. And then of course during that time I also got married and had 2 kids and 2 boys at that time. And then after 13 years, I decided that I think I wanted to try something on my own. That entrepreneurial spirit came, like what did to my father probably. And I came out of the management consultancy, came out of the company and formed my own management consultancy company. And there I worked in Malaysia and Indonesia a lot, so I was really commuting a lot, and spent 5 years, up and down. And then in that time, I suddenly found myself pregnant, and I had my lovely daughter Alicia, but it was a difficult pregnancy. So my husband and I decided that, I don't think you can continue working. So I had to give up my consultancy, and so I had to, stay back and really look after her because there was a lot of health issues. Then after she started school, and then I said, okay, what do I do now? But it was at that point that my husband started our family foundation for the disabled and underprivileged in Kelantan. And we currently now oversee more than 7,000 families who need various kinds of help. And that has really filled me with a lot of joy and satisfaction to be doing that kind of work. Then the COVID came, but just before that, my cousins, my uplines, they came over and met my daughter and tried to introduce New Skin. And because they knew, actually, I have been an ardent user of the products. I've used the products for more than 10 years, actually. And so they went to her. That was very clever, right? And but then they shared the business plan. But I hadn't seen the business plan before, despite having used the products. And so I found it very exciting. And I said, hey, this is a real opportunity. You don't have to spend any money, except of course I've spent loads on the products itself for me. But there's a whole lot of opportunities out there that you can do here, and very little risk. So that's how I got myself into the business, yes.
Thank you, Dr. Suliana. What is a challenge that you face and how do you overcome?
When I saw the business plan, I made a decision that I wanted to do this. So in order to do this, then I had to really do some sacrifices. Okay? Now at this age, I'm going to be 68 this year. I'm okay telling you my age.
And she was so good for 68, right?
Age clock, Yeah, so the thing is that at our age, I'm sure there was somebody who was 70 just now as an EVP. We have had, working life, and so we've had time with the kids. So now it is kind of like me time. So we would have had various schedules set up, something I always did for the last 10, 15 years was to go for morning walks with my neighborhood friends. I know you might think that it's really a walk, okay, but that was the time I caught up with them, find out, what they were being up to, and then we share stuff and things like that. And it's really a me time, not only we're walking, but you're kind of just chatting. I had to really readjust that. I'm down to just 1 day a week because I wanted to to achieve. Okay, I didn't feel that I was sacrificing actually, because I felt that I was seeing much more value in what I'm doing now. Okay, so so that was tough, because not only morning walks, but it was also some time with the family as well, because of course at this age as well, it's tough to get them as well, because they're all working. But what I do is that we do have our game of golf. Everybody plays golf. So I say, okay, do the 4 hours, whatever it takes, we go out. I mean, just after Raya, the whole family went to play golf and everybody played. So that was good, but at night I was like preparing my script for today and, yeah. But you have to balance it. What is it that you want? What is the outcome that you want? So I had made the decision, because I really want this. I really see the goodness of this. And I really want to make a difference to people's lives. So in order to do that, you have to readjust. You have to readjust, whether you're 30 or whether you're 50 or you're going into your 70s, you make that decision. And of course, along the way, I had a lot of rejections, like June as well. It's part of it. It had also been part of it. When I was doing charity, you know how it is. You ask people, buy one table for my charity dinner, and they say, not now I would just bought some from another charity. Or they say, okay, I will, and of course you don't quite see the check. Same with New Skin, right? You say they ghost you, or blue tick you, or else they, kind of say, I have to check with my husband, I've got to check with my doctor, I've got to check with everybody, and then they don't come back. And then also they will say, oh, I've just signed up with a new program, also expensive, So rejections, okay? But I am so grateful to the SD system. Seriously, I think previously I was not doing the business because I was just a consumer, okay? But now, with the system, it's really been an amazing journey. I've really loved it. I've loved the learning. And really, I decided again to empty my teacup. What they say is like start from zero. I had been doing management consulting, and then even when I was in ICI, okay, that was where I was with. I was HR, I was in training, so I had a lot of training, okay? It's not that I hadn't been trained, but here, I don't know anything about network marketing. So I decided that, okay, you want to do this. I had been in 7 MLMs before and nothing worked. So this time I want to make it work. And there's so much, exciting things happening, as what Rain had just announced just now as well, for our team. And I've got so many team members, I've got professionals, I've got doctors, I've got housewives, I've got, relatives, cousins, etc. So just, I want to, make a difference to their lives, so that's really, the challenges have led to really valuable times in terms of my life.
Yeah, thank you so much, Datin Suliana. Yeah, actually, as you were sharing, right, I'm just imagining, like sometimes after you've worked for so many years, you've raised all 3 kids, and finally, you're at a time where you can rest. And she was telling me she'll go for walks, she'll watch Netflix, just enjoy time at home, right? And then suddenly, now, like she said, right, she has to completely switch and change to come for meetings, go for appointments, and I think I think she inspires me a lot, because I feel that she's someone that is already capable, already very credible in her previous work and all, right? But I see her at like Starbucks measuring people on the on-run and like measuring at the tape, and I think she actually told me this, right? Give her a round of applause. Really, for me, I think, as she's sharing, I only hear, this quote comes to mind. It says something like, I think you have 2 birthdays, right? The day you were born and the day you discover your wife. And I think really it's so true for her, because she mentioned that it's not a sacrifice, but it's a choice that she made. So Datin Suliana, actually, with all these challenges and as you go through it, right, what is one of your biggest values that you've gained through this New Skin platform?
biggest value I feel is that I've been really able to reach out to so many people, which I would normally not have been, reaching out to them. And so like last weekend, I went up to Penang and I was actually able to connect with a friend that I hadn't met for over 50 years, and so now we're connected and we're doing things together. But really, at the end of the day, I think it's self-actualization. I really have found something that I really love. I love my charity work. That's 25 years of charity work. I love, helping the people who need to be helped. But here, I've also got the opportunity to help people, and I really love it. These are my two passions, and I can see myself doing it for a very long time. And why not, isn't it? And why shouldn't we be doing things? And why should we just retire and just not do anything? We just have to be courageous and daring enough to go out and do it. And it's not so difficult. Just meeting friends over a cup of coffee and sharing about the products. You don't have to worry about the products. The products are fantastic. And I'm so excited about the TRMe. Gosh, I think I can't wait to get more and more people on the TRMe. And it's really, I've just gained so much values on being in this place, and also the value of working with my team members and going on our success summit. I went to Hokkaido and was with my team members, and that's really been such an amazing experience. So yeah, plenty of values that you gain when you're in this business.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Suliana. Who is it that you want to thank?
Zaid Ibrahim.
Yeah. So we actually have a special arrangement because Datin Suliana's husband is unable to make it here in KL today because of work. So, she's really 68, right? And then she told me that she has never really publicly expressed her love for her husband all these years. Yeah, so we actually arranged a special segment, okay, for her to be able to thank her husband.
Hi Zaid, you there? Thank you so much for joining me for this session. I'd like to really thank you so much for everything. We've gone through a lot. We've been married now this year 45 years, alhamdulillah. And people always comment saying, my goodness, you're two different people. I'm the conformist and you're the non-conformist. But I think our differences, the differences that we have, we've been able to adjust to be able to see the value of our relationship, and that's, I think, very, very important. And that's how we've been able to sustain the relationship. You've really been my pillar of strength, through these years. When I decided to give up my job, and mom and dad were very upset. They were very upset. But we said, no, it's okay. You go ahead. You do it. And in terms of wanting to set up my consultancy, also always there for me, despite me having to travel a lot. And then we had Alicia. That was really tough, right? Because they gave us a 40% chance of her surviving. But you were calm. Me, of course, I was not very easy because we had to always be in the hospital looking after her. Alhamdulillah, she's well now. And then I decided to do new skin. Oh my goodness. And that meant that I had to have all these Zoom sessions and go for meetings, but you've always been there. You've always been so, you never scolded me about that at all. Allowed me and gave me the independence to do what I needed to do, and really allowed me to reach for my dreams. And I hope that it is just not my dream, that it is our dreams for our children and even our grandchildren. So thank you so much again. And I also sincerely apologize if in any way, that, I've not lived up to whatever is it that you are looking for, but you've never ever showed it. I mean, you've been such a wonderful husband. Thank you so much. And yes, I love you very much. Thank you, Valerie.